name's Marissa, and welcome to Slabtown Slubs. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all returning viewers. Thank you for coming back. It makes me so happy. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I have a lovely husband named Nick and 3 little boys named Mateo, Ivan, and Forrest, who we call Frosty. Yeah, so I guess we should get started. It's gonna be a shorty this week because I didn't really finish anything, and I've been kind of trying to get one thing done instead of hopping around, so I don't have that. Well, I kind of do have a lot of works in progress, but I think not as many as normal. I left my notebook over here. So, my notes. Let's start off with the Saturate shawl. I worked just a little bit on this one. Starting to get to the end of the pink being included in the pattern. See, the green and purple color is getting a little bit more prominent in there, so that's going to be a little bit more, a little less pink going on. So yeah. The Saturate shawl pattern is by Orange Knits, and I'm using my own hand-dyed yarn on this one. Okay, and then we have, let's do the Flax Light. Also didn't get too much done on this one. I have about probably an inch to go before I split the sleeves. And this is the Lemonade Shop yarn in the color Witch Please. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. I kind of put it on hold because I worked on it a little bit. I got a little bit tired of doing this other project I've been trying to just power through and get done, and I've gotten a lot done on it, and that is my middle child's Sophisticate cardigan. And I think last time I had just split the sleeves and got a little bit into the yellow. This week I have the body done, and one sleeve is totally done, and then I don't know, a third or maybe halfway through the second sleeve, and then I'll have the button band and sew on buttons, and I'll be done.
Hi.
Hi, what you need?
I made a nice new cool looking living room. It looks really nice.
Okay, I'll check on it in a little bit, okay?
I bet you'll love it.
Cool.
I have 3 pillows on each couch.
Right on.
That's how I rearranged it by pillows.
Okay, I'll check it out in a minute, okay?
At first, there were only 1 pillow on the brown, on the blue couch, on the brown couch, and 1 pillow on the blue couch.
Mhm.
So I made
You just redistributed them?
Yeah.
Great.
So it looks nice.
Okay, I'll check it out in a little bit, okay?
Have fun doing what you're doing.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I just have to finish the sleeve and then do the button band, and it'll be ready to go. Little guy turns 6 on November 3rd, so this is going to be one of his birthday presents. So I have 2 weeks to finish, and that's plenty of time. I'm using Plymouth Encore worsted weight yarn on this, And yeah, it's going nice and quick. And then I'll kind of, this is a fiber craft, but it's not knitting. One of my friends on my personal Instagram posted an embroidery that she did for Halloween, and she linked to the embroidery artist that she had gathered inspiration from, and so I clicked on that and then clicked onto her website, and so she's called Namaste Embroidery, and she has some really cool patterns, but I don't know how to, I didn't know anything about embroidery. So she has a free little embroidery sampler that you can download, and it has stitches on it, you know, diagrams and descriptions, and then she also has a 2-part video that just walks you through the entire thing. And so I sat up, not up late, but after my husband started putting the older boys to bed and the baby have playtime, I started on the sampler, and then I finished it by the time it was bedtime, which was like midnight. So yeah, it went pretty quick. It's not, there wasn't a lot going on, just a little introduction. But anyway, it's embroidery, it's not knitting, but I'll show it to you. Ta-da! Yeah, so it was really fun. I saw a video about woven roses, and I wanted to do them, and had no idea kind of how to go about it. I had a what is it called, French towel or something like that, and a little hoop and a bunch of floss, but I was gonna cross stitch on it because I know how to cross stitch, but this isn't really a good cross stitching medium here, so I never did it. But I really like embroidery because it's so freeform. You can pretty much do anything that comes to your imagination and just figure out how to do it. You can just line it, you can fill it, whatever. Yeah. And if you aren't feeling super creative, you can just get a pattern, which, not like that's not being creative, but you know what I mean. Like, you can make your own up using elements, I can put, more roses and then some leaves or something or whatever. And I would just kind of be making it up, whatever. But you could also purchase a pattern or download a free pattern and have a cool little thing like this. Anyway, Namaste Embroidery has a whole bunch of really awesome patterns. She has borders where you can just use her pattern for your border and then do lettering in the middle, which would be awesome, which is what the Instagram friend had done. She used kind of a floral border that Namaste, her name's Jessica, she had on her website. I don't know if she purchased the pattern or if she just kind of looked at it and said, I could do that. I have no idea, but she just added her own lettering into the center of the hoop. Yeah, so this was really fun, and I'm definitely going to do more. I ordered more hoops on Amazon already, and I have tons of fabric, plain fabric that I could totally use, and since it's pretty quick, I was thinking maybe some like family Christmas presents, like my sister's last name is Kennedy, and like the Kennedy family with some flower border or something like that. Or, a Christmas pattern, Christmas trees. I saw a nativity scene, which could be fun. yeah, all kinds of stuff you can do with this. So I'm really excited to have this skill under my belt now because it's quick, it's portable, it's pretty easy, and I already have all the stuff, so I don't have to make any huge purchases. The embroidery hoops, they're a little bit expensive, but I got a lot of them, so that'll keep me busy for a while. It's a little bit cheaper than buying hand-dyed yarn. Anyway, which, you know, got no problem with that. Love hand-dyed yarn, but it gets a little pricey after a while. Okay, so the next thing I have is a knitting thing, and it's also going to go in sort of the acquisitions pile because I did receive the yarn on Monday and tore it open and quickly began knitting on this project. So sorry for the creaky noise. I gotta show you this ball of yarn. I showed it to my husband and he said, "What are you, Yoshi?" Because we have Yoshi's Woolly World. If you haven't played that game, it's super fun. We got it, I think 2, maybe 3 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago for my middle kid's birthday. Hold on a second. Okay. Hi, I'm back. I accidentally locked the door, and my oldest had to get inside from the bus stop, so I had to run out and unlock the door. He was knocking and knocking. Poor thing. Anyway, so giant ball of yarn. This is Brown Sheep Burley Spun in the color fuchsia. And I love it. I love the color. And I love how giant it is. So I got 2 hanks of this, turn them into giant balls, and then knit up something that I saw on the knit show with Vicky Howell. It's not done yet, but it is the Road Bag, a pattern by Kelly Deal from The Breeders, one of my most favorite bands. Totally awesome. I saw them when I was a little, I think it was about to go into high school. Yeah. It was the summer of 1994. Lollapalooza, Smashing Pumpkins was playing that year, one of my other favorite bands, along with The Breeders and Beastie Boys and George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars. I think Green Day was there. It was like 90s Palooza. Totally. Anyway, I was like, oh my god, Kelly Deal. Yes! I didn't know she was a knitter. And then I went on Ravelry and found the pattern and downloaded it, bought the yarn on Jimmy Beans, and I knit all of this in one day. And it's going to be a purse. It's called a Road Bag. Did I already say that? Probably. Road Bag by Kelly Deal. It's going to be felted. So it's giant right now. And it's going to go in the wash on hot and get shrunk. And all the stitch definition will go away. And I got a cool, it's going to have little tabs to install a strap. But I got a guitar strap to go on it because, duh, that's perfect. And I could wear it as a crossbody that way. And that's how I like to wear my bags. And a guitar strap is nice and thick, so it won't dig into my shoulder like my current strap, which is only like maybe an inch wide. No. I don't play that. I carry way too much crap in my bag for a thin strap. So anyway, I have been my kid's old preschool teacher has me pegged as a purple purse person, so this kind of carries on the tradition. This will be my 3rd purple bag in a row. My first one broke when we were out of town. I stopped at Target to get a new one because it was starting to come apart. And as soon as we got to the car after I purchased the new bag, the strap just gave out on the old one. It was a sign. It was time to go. I threw it out as soon as we got back to the hotel room. And then I had this other purple bag, but it's just not quite right. So hopefully this will be a winner and I'll be able to use it for a while. And that's really all I have this week. So, oh, and I'm wearing my Find Your Fade shawl, patterned by Andrea Mowry, and most of the yarn is Cloudborne, except for this dark purple is a Cascade Heritage, I think. Heritage Solid. And then the other tail, this is a Madeline Tosh composition book gray. And yeah, it's nice and warm, comfy, cozy. Oh, and tomorrow, Andrea Mowry is going to be at one of the local yarn shops here in Portland, and she's going to be doing classes over the weekend, but they were sold out, and I wasn't sure I wanted to pay $100 for a class for something I've already made. So I don't think I'm going to make any more Find Your Fades. I made one for myself and one for my mom, and that's good. I think I'm done with the Find Your Fades. But there's going to be a happy hour tomorrow night. There's only $10 to sign up, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to that. I contacted a friend who told me about it to make sure that she's going. Otherwise, I'm going to be going solo. I'm going to be standing in a corner, not talking to anybody, sipping wine or whatever. I don't know. I don't know any knitters or crocheters in real life, so I doubt I will know anybody there. Cool, huh? So we'll see what happens. I hope it's not too horrible. I'm very much an introvert, and I'm getting heart palpitations just thinking about going. But I need to, when I force myself to get out there and do stuff like this, I always have fun. So I'm just gonna keep that in mind and not let it keep me from going and having a good time. My introverted weird fear. So anyway, I think that's all. Have a happy. Bye bye.